Hello guys, today I want to record a video about the Itars and Itars opening. As usual, we will discuss the most common openings which might help you with your games. Obviously, it might happen that there are some other variations which are equally strong, but they will happen on a really rare basis. We might talk a little bit about one of them in the end of the video, but first I would suggest to focus on the two main openings, play with it, understand how it works, when you need to use it, when you don't need to use it, when you need to choose first, when you need to choose second, and when you will have like good understanding of the Itars and their base play, you might be able to see other opportunities how to open with Itars, which might be even better than openings which I'm going to describe in this video. Before we start, I would like to say a few words about the booster tiles which Itars can benefit of. The most important and the most profitable booster for the Itars, it is 2 power tokens and additional ore at the start of the round. Why is this booster so important that we need to mention it separately? We can view it this way. Imagine taking that booster tile 2 times. What does it mean for you after building PI? After building PI and taking this booster 2 times, we can get a free technology and a bump on one of the research tracks. Let's think how we can get this technology in a different way. The other possible way would be to spend 4 QIC tokens. So these 2 power tokens, taking this booster tile 2 times, is equal to get 4 QIC tokens. The other way how we can get a tech tile, it is to build a laboratory. To build a laboratory, you need to spend 6 ore and 10 coins. So we can view these 4 power tokens as 6 ore and 10 coins. As you can see, both types of viewing on that is quite profitable. It is a really good booster. And apart from giving like 2 power tokens, we also get an additional ore which we can also use, and it is pretty good one. So take a look when you're assessing the game. Do you have that tile or not? The other good tile which Itars can benefit of, it is big buildings booster. Why it is so important? When we start with the academy opening, it means that a bit later in the mid game we are going to build a PI. So it allows us to score 8 points in the mid game, and potentially it allows us to score 12 points in the late game if we are going to build a second academy. When the game is starting and you see Itars as one of the options on the board, also don't forget to assess, do you have those 2 boosters? When you do have them, Itars have more strength compared to when you don't have such boosters. So Itars also can benefit from other boosters, but from my point of view they are not so important. I would suggest to focus on those 2. Those 2 are really important for Itars, and you can greatly benefit from them. Saying that, we can jump to the first opening. So this is the setup. So there is quite high chance that I'm going to get charges at the white, probably at the top right corner. I need to pick a booster tile. There are 2 good booster tiles as we discussed, and I picked the big buildings booster, but I think that was a mistake and I should have been taking 2 additional energy tokens booster. Let me explain to you why. When we open with the academy, we need to have 11 ore. At the start we have 8. We can get 2 more from the terraforming, it will be 10, and we need 1 more. When we are getting this booster, we are getting this additional ore, so we are good with that. When we are taking big buildings, we can buy 2 ore from the board, which is also fine. But when you're taking these 2 power tokens and you're getting charges, then there is a high chance that you will get enough charges to buy something from the board additional to what you have. And this gives you flexibility of additional power tokens at the start. And potentially you might be able to get this tile in the second round, scoring 8 points rather than taking into first round and scoring 4 points. But I took big buildings, so let's be it. And let's look how it goes. Immediately when we started, after taking big buildings, you have to buy 2 ore from the board. That's important. If you for some reason will not buy it, you will have to convert it manually, like use your QIC, or just making manual converting 3 power tokens to 1 ore, which is not ideal. And also, if I will start upgrading in the top right corner, then yellow will get one charging ball 3. Then after yellow's turn it will be, and black turn it will be. Oh, actually I think it was safe to upgrade, so yeah, that was another mistake, but who cares. So if the yellow would be the third player, then there will be a low chance that the yellow would like to discard 2 power tokens and buy ore from the board. But because yellow is the second player, this is highly unlikely. So I think I should have been building a trading station in the top right. Instead, I discarded 4 power tokens and I've bought an ore, which is also fine. So we are starting to get charges from yellow. And let's see what Firax is doing. Yeah, we are playing with Xenos and Firax here. Firax decided to jump at the bottom to start giving charges to yellow. So Firax doesn't want to boost Itars too much, and I can totally understand that. That's a valid strategy. So we are building trading station after buying ore from the board. Let's see what Xenos is doing. Xenos jumped to his yellow planet, Xenos. I recently knew that the correct pronunciation is Xenos, but I am not used to it, so there might be some mistakes. Now it's my turn. We are building laboratory. And we are getting a really powerful booster for Itars. It is charge 4. This is the best income tile for Itars because it allows you to move your energy to the bowl 2, and then after that you can discard tokens from bowl 2 and like get your tokens in bowl 3 and either buy something, either convert, or do something like that. We are not looking too closely what other players are doing. So right now we have 7 coins, 7 ore, which is enough to build academy and additional mine. So that is what we are doing. We are building academy and we are going up on the economy track. So when you go up on the economy track in the first round, that gives you additional income, and that simplifies to you building API in the round 2, which is our goal for that opening. And obviously we are taking the income tag, which is 4 coins for that specific game, but it could be 1 ore, charge 1 in the other game. The income tag which we don't really like, it is 1 knowledge, 1 coin, because our academy already gives to us 3 knowledge plus 1 from the start. So we are getting 4 knowledge income after building academy. And by the way, this is really powerful. Just think about that comparing to other races. If you want to have the same income, like 3 knowledge, as another race, you would have to build academy and additional lab. But Itars, for Itars, you can just build an academy. So we are going up on the ICA 2. And we didn't charge, so now it's time to charge. And now it's time to build a mine. So for that specific game, we can build a mine. We are spending 2 coins, 1 ore, 1 QIC, but we are getting back an ore. So at that specific game, I don't have problems with building a planetary institute in the second round. But if you have such problems, then you might want, for example, you don't have enough coins, yeah, or you don't have enough ore. Then you can avoid building additional mine in the first round. That will save to you 2 coins and 1 QIC. So effectively, you will have a little bit more resources in the second round, which will will help you to build API in the second round. For my game, it didn't matter, so I definitely, like when I can build API in the second round and build a mine in the first round, I definitely want to build additional mine. And I'm getting even more charges. We are taking all charges at the start of the game. We like charges. So now it's time for me to pick a booster tile. And as you can see, Firax already took the best booster which we can take in that game. That's unfortunate, and I think that there was a chance that if we wouldn't take this booster tile first, we could take it at the end of the first round. So I'm just getting like additional income booster. And it is round 2. So our objective for the round 2 would be to build a planetary institute, to get a Gaia former, to place it, and to spend 2 power tokens to be able to take 2 tags at the start of the round 3. Let's see how it goes. I made a mistake here. It's a valuable one, and we can highlight it. So Firax going up on the economy to move everything to the bowl 3. And to build API, I just need to have 9 coins for trading station and PI and 6 ore. So as you can see, I have 6 coins, 5 ore. I can buy from the table either coins, either ore. Then after charging to bowl 2, I can convert the rest manually if needed. So I've decided to buy coins. Xenos bought knowledge and Firax bought ore. And here will be my second mistake in this game. So as an Itars, you don't really need to place your Gaia former first before starting to use like charge for action. You don't really need that. So, and right now Firax is probably going to start giving to us charges either here, either here. So at the top we will get full power of charges, but at the middle we are not getting too much charges, so we should have been built a trading station here to start getting charges from Firax, if Firax will decide to do that. Instead, I went up on the Gaia track. I'm getting charges from Xenos. And I'm getting charges from Firax, but I could have taken 2 charges instead of 1. And right now will be my second mistake. I just placed a Gaia former. Instead, you should just charge 4. right now we don't have enough ore to build a planetary institute, and because of that we would need to charge 4 and after that convert it to an ore. However, that will not allow us to discard 2 power tokens from Bowl 2. And because we've used just 6, we cannot afford to discard 8 power tokens at the start of the next round to get two income tax, or like 2 tax. It doesn't need to be income tax, it depends. So then I realized my mistake and I was really upset about it, but I couldn't do anything after that, so just had to play. So now we are short on 1 ore, so we have to charge. We have to convert it to an ore, and we are building PI. But we didn't discard 2 power tokens to the Gaia. And that's basically it. So at the start of the next round we can discard 4 power tokens and take attack, which is a good thing. But we could do the same with getting 2 attacks at the start of the next round. So you can execute that opening a bit better. Obviously I failed here. So this is the first opening with the Academy first round, PI second round. There are multiple ways how you can screw up your opening with the Academy first round and PI second round. That will be one example of those, but there might be like other options. So let's take a look into that specific game, and that might give you opportunity to see like what might be the problem. So we are starting as Itars, and we have taken the 2 additional power tokens, which is really good for us. Itars decided to build a mine on the Gaia planet to get charges from both Hashhala and Bescots. So everything seems pretty standard, nothing much is happening here. So we are building trading station, like not we, but Itars. Now we are building lab, and we can take charge for technology. And we are getting charges from Hashhala. And from Bescots as well. So to build a laboratory, we are short on 1 coin and 1 ore after going up on the terraforming track. So here Itars decided to buy 2 power tokens from the board. We still need to buy instead, like right now we are short on 1 coins and 1 ore. We would need to convert those. And let's see what we will be forced to do with that. So we have 5/5. We can discard 4 power tokens, and we can buy. We can convert our energy to 1 coin, 1 ore, and we can build an academy and go 1 step up on the economy. But the problem is here, first we did, like when we were taking coins, it wasn't the best conversion rate that we could achieve. Instead of buying 2 power tokens, we could just buy 7 coins from the board, and we could convert 1 more ore from the bowl 3. But right now, let's see what we have. This is our setup. Also, as you can see, we don't have access to the Gaia planet without navigation, or without QIC or navigation. We also need to take that into account. Itars took a jump. So I think that there is no need to continue looking into this game. With the current setup, it's not possible to get to build a PI and to place a Gaia former in this round. And the mistake was that we bought 2 additional power tokens from the board in the first round. You shouldn't be greedy when you're opening with the Academy PI, and you definitely need to calculate everything in the first round. If you don't do that, you either will not be able to build a PI, either you will not be able to place a Gaia former, and that is really bad, and that complicates your game a lot. So you should count everything. You should be sure that you will be able to build a PI in the second round and place a Gaia former. There are multiple ways how you can screw up your opening, but let's talk how you can save it. Let's discuss like what possibilities do you have even when you miscalculated, for example, amount of charges in the first round, or you miscalculated how other players placed their mines, and you are not getting, I don't know, cheap second upgrade. So I see 3 possible ways how to do it. The first one, we are taking not an income tech, but one-time tech. We are taking 1 or 1 QIC technology. That gives to us additional ore in the second round, which we can use for building a PI. That is one of the options. Another option, we can still take 2 income techs in the first round, but we just do not build additional mine. This saves to us 2 credits and probably 1 QIC for jump, because usually to build additional mine you need to spend a QIC to jump on your white planet. It doesn't save to us additional ore, because after building mine we are getting this ore back. And the last option, so ideally those 2 options should be enough for you. One of those should save you. But if you calculated everything like super bad, and you just understood at the round 2, at the start of the round 2, that you cannot build a PI anymore, so those 2 options are not valid anymore. There is one more possibility how you can save yourself. You can go up, because we have income of the 4 knowledge. Yeah, we can go up on the economy track 1 more time. This allows us to get 3 additional charge, but you should only do it if you can discard 4 power tokens. So we will still build a PI. We are not going to place a Gaia former in that scenario, because we're not going up on the Gaia track. But if we will discard 4 energy tokens from bowl 2, then we will be able to get one tech like at the start of the third round. I guess that's everything which I wanted to share about that opening, and let's jump to the second opening, to the PI opening. We are playing Itars again, and this opening can save you in situations when you cannot start with the Academy. So I think usually Academy is a stronger opening, but in some scenarios starting with the PI is still better. For example, when it will be the case? It will be the case in situations when you don't have cheap upgrades and you don't have charges at the first round and maybe even in the second round, in that case you can just start with the Planetary Institute. For example, like in this game. In this game, Itars doesn't have any neighbors to start with the academy. And the best part about that is you can decide later when do you want to do that. So you can think that you are going to start with the academy, but then after the setup you understood that other players are not joining to you, they are not giving to you cheap trading stations, they're not giving to you charges, and you're saying, okay, that's fine, I will start with the PI, not a big deal. That's exactly what was happening in this game, and Itars again took 2 additional power tokens stack. The best part is that you don't need charges because you will have 4 power in your bowl too. So you will be able to discard 2 power tokens and you will be able to get 2 techs. So let's see what Itars are doing here. They placed a Gaia former, they understood that they cannot open with the academy, moved up on the Gaia track, and then they're just building Planetary Institute. And let's see how it goes. So they have enough credits, they have enough ore to build additional mine and to build a Planetary Institute, which seems alright. They discarded 2 power tokens from bowl 2 to be able to take 2 techs. And we just need to take a look what techs Itars is going to take and briefly discuss what are the problems with that opening and where do you need to pay attention for. So Itars took charge 4, which is really good for them, and Itars is taking 3 VP per Gaia, which is understandable. Itars has 2 Gaia, which Itars can take in this round, and Itars has the bonus, the booster tile for the Gaia planets. So let's say what you struggle with in that opening. In that opening, you are really short on knowledge. So if you will go up on the navigation and if you will go up on the Gaia, that will be probably the only tracks which you will be able to boost. If you will build your laboratory soon, then you might also get up on the QIC, but I would suggest to focus either on those 2, either you can add knowledge, and if you are adding knowledge track, then you will be able to get up on the 3 tracks. So you need to take a look, do you have sweet tags on top of those tracks, and you need to take into account, do you have competitions for those tracks to decide whether you want to go up. I think that's basically it about that opening. There are not too much things that I can share about that. I mean, you're just building PI first round, you're taking 2 techs and you're more or less happy. So now let's try to answer the question, what opening is better and are there any better openings, possibilities for some more openings. I think that in general, in most of the cases, opening with the academy is better than with the PI because you have more income tax, you have ability to go up on the research tracks, which you lack when you're starting with the PI. And in general, it feels more comfortable, you have more resources, you can build for federations easily, also because of the economy. But let's take a look into that specific game. where Gaia was playing Itars. So first of all, take a look that Gaia took the charge for tech and didn't go up on the terraforming track, but instead went up on the QIC. It seems like everything has been calculated, so he can also buy 2 ore from the board and to build an academy, and he didn't even need to go up on the Terra track, which is pretty good, because you don't have an income tech which can boost you up to the 2nd level of the economy in that setup. But in that specific game, like what's happening, it seems that Itars got a terraforming tile, and it seems that here we are not going to start with the PI in the 2nd round. Also, PI in the 3rd round gives to us additional points. But let's see what's happening here. So we are going up on the navigation to get a QIC to build on a green planet, which also gives points here. So effectively switching PI and Gaia planets between like round 2, round 3, we were able to score like additional 9 points. We are getting charges. Gaia decided to terraform blue planet, so other players cannot take terraform in case if they will want to do that. And also building PI in that round doesn't answer the question for us how we are going to place a Gaia former. We would have to send it with a QIC, but we didn't have a QIC at the start of the round. We got it after we went up on the navigation track. And we are terraforming black planet. And we are charging. And that's the end of the round. So effectively, instead of building Planetary Institute, we were able to finish. So in standard setup, we are finishing with the Academy and PI and 1 mine. But now we've finished with the Academy and 5 mines. This gives to us 3 ore income, which is really good. And looks like in that game it was better than the standard opening, and it was like easier to execute. So, closing notes. When you start with the Academy, please calculate, count all your resources, count everything. It is really important to build PI in the 2nd round if you want to do that. Delaying it 1 more round will make your life much more difficult. If you can and you have a proper setup to do something else, which happened in that game, which gives to you more income rather than building a Planetary Institute, also feel free to do that. That's fantastic. And if you cannot build Academy plus PI or Academy plus something else which gives you a good income, then just start with the Planetary Institute and be more or less happy. I will leave links into the description for games which I have been showing in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave your comments to interesting game with Itars. I would like to take a look and to see other possibilities how we can start with the Itars, when it would be nice to do that. And like, I'm really interested in variations, in something new, something good which I haven't seen by myself yet. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next videos.